Hi, so it is Sunday and our power is out. So I am in my husband's office because there's sunlight coming in the window. But I want to record this real quick and not waste too much of our power. So I'm going to do the week in review for our Oracle intuitive card readings. A few things to note is that time came up in two different readings. So one in my goddess card. And then also in using the web version of Rebecca Campbell, you can click hit me and there's a card reading that happens, kind of like a little bit of a blurb from her personal experience of like how she feels about the image that she put up. And so time is something that came up for me twice this week. And so when I talk about things repeating, we often think about that as synchronicities. And when it comes up a couple of times, then you want to think about why that might be the case, right? And for me, one of the things is that time, and Rebecca's reading was about time is not running out. So to kind of remind myself of that mantra, time is not running out. And so sometimes we think about time and age and getting older and the things that we thought maybe we would do or accomplish, maybe the life that we thought we would have, etc. Sounds very depressive, but I also want to be realistic that these are things that are a part of our lives, that sometimes we have an expectation that things might happen a certain way, and then if they don't, we feel that maybe we didn't do something right. And so for me, that idea of time and time not running out is huge to kind of counter that negative, like, especially when we hit these milestones. 10-year anniversary with my partner, 1 year in Washington State, away from my home of 15 years, New York City, and coming up on my 40th birthday. So these milestones sometimes bring up, it's like a point of reflection. Are we okay? Did I do the things I was supposed to do? What's going on right now? Am I still doing the things I'm supposed to do? And so it's funny because those things, those moments can be really celebratory if we want them to, but then simultaneously we're often holding at least another emotion about the reflection of our lives, right? It's a space to reflect. So for me, that mantra of time is not running out, you are exactly where you need to be right now, is really important. A few other repeats that keep coming up is Gaia, Earth, in the goddess cards, and Aostra, New Beginnings. New Beginnings is something that has been a theme in my life for years, which is why I got the lotus tattoo, because that's the symbol of new beginnings in Eastern religions. And I have always just loved the idea of beginning anew, whether that's waking up in the morning and saying, this is a new day. I have choices today that could inform my future differently, but kind of starting new and not being held by the past. And then Gaia is a reference to nature. And there's also that reference to birthing something. And so when it comes to time, when we look at like the 3 in 1 as a reading, that idea of new beginnings might serve me as I birth new things and to not be really concerned about that timing piece as if I've missed something, but actually new things and good things are to come still in my life, in our lives. I think that the other piece was that I did take day 1 of Jungian perspective of the tarot, and they talked a lot about the Rider tarot deck. So he's starting from scratch with like one of the original decks, and then we can learn from this and then we can apply it to different decks. Really, he's encouraging us right now to look at the imagery and really come up with our own interpretations, and also have a daily practice of pulling in the morning and then reflecting at night to see if the messages that we saw in the morning applied throughout the day. He suggests actually shuffling the card back into the deck because often you will pull the same card within a week, and that, again, that synchronicity might be a message that you need right now. He goes into a lot more detail around the way the deck was formed, the meanings of the major and the minor arcana. And I'm not going to go into everything right now, but all to say is that arcana is a word that means secrets. And so there's a tendency to be like, ooh, secrets, that's scary. It can be scary. It is actually, when we think about it in Jungian approach, we're thinking about it in terms of the secrets that we kind of keep from ourselves, because there was a time that maybe experiences happened and we didn't know how to deal with it. And so we protected ourselves on a subconscious level and kind of kept it at bay. And as we use cards like this, different types of ways to access our subconscious, symbols might come up, and they are a way, and this practice is a way of tapping into those secrets or complexes that exist within all of us. And if we're willing to do that work, then we are able to maybe resolve those complexes, which actually assists in us finding purpose in life, because all of our complexes are different. We all come into the world with them. And then on like an even deeper level, the symbols connect to a collective unconscious that is throughout time, and we can tap into some like ancient knowledge around what they mean and how we can apply them to our personal experience in our everyday lives and our interpretation of these cards. So I look forward to sharing more with you about this course as I continue taking it. But for now, I just wanted to share that synchronicity with you around timing, and then also that we are not running out of time. None of us are. Even though I'm the one that pulled these cards, I'm sharing with you to kind of ease some collective anxiety that might be there. We are not running out of time. We are exactly where we need to be. Take a breath and repeat that. I am not running out of time. I am exactly where I need to be. And if there's somewhere in your body where you're feeling that tension, I'm actually feeling it in my gut. Just place your hand there and give it a little bit of love and warmth. That's self-care. That's energetic care. Remind yourself, I am not running out of time. I am exactly where I need to be. I look forward to talking to you soon and getting out that chakra workbook to you, as well as this next week, we're going to move into actual art directives, because I feel like I need to get back into the tangible making and modeling making and how that can affect our self-awareness and emotional regulation and self-discovery. So I'm going to start just posting like me trying out directives and what comes up for me, and then you can make along with me if you'd like. So I hope you're doing well, and I will see you this week.